Hello Kerbal and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we're messing around with the space plane, well, with planes and aerodynamics, in the attempt to eventually make it a space plane. In this episode, we're going to be messing around, see what else we can do, so here we go. Okay, so a couple of things I want to try out now. This is more of the experimental. We know we can get this to fly, got the basic design, could basically build this and do whatever we want, but we want to make it a bit more efficient, a bit better. And a couple of things I want to try out is angling the wings. So let's you actually, rather than physically angling them, we'll just, whoop, wrong way there. That's the way I want to angle them. Okay, see, that looks cool. If we can get that to work, that was awesome. Okay, we'll see what this does. I'm sure I've seen this design somewhere before, but where, I can't remember. Okay, let's go and save this as Mark 7. Save, launch. Okay, here we are, Mark 6 or 7, sorry, I forgot. We are now going to try angled wings. And if this one doesn't work, we'll angle them the other way. Then we'll try attaching the wings to the top and then to the bottom. Okay, come on, could be at lift-off speed now, please. We're off again, of course. Looks like we're gonna have to wait to the end of the runway. Engage SAS, gears up. Okay, let's see what we get. Now you can see that the aerodynamic forces are pulling sideways. Would that stretching give us better control, better stability? Let's try out. Whoop, wrong key. No. Ah, yes. Let's disable torque. And slow down a bit. Okay, so what are we getting from this? Okay, yeah, as we're trying to bank upwards, I'm not touching anything. It seems to be tilting over. That we don't want. It's, you know, it's, I'm pulling over this way and it's turning over itself, and you don't want that because you're heading towards the ocean here. So let's go ahead, try to angle them the other way, and then we'll try mounting them on the top and the bottom of the fuselage. Okay, now with the wings angled upwards, let's see what I get from this. Now, I'm not entirely sure what we'll have from this. Obviously, the aerodynamic forces are going to be pulling inwards, center-wise. So we'll see what we get from this anyway. And okay, we're airborne. Gears in. Disable torque. And okay. Now let's see what we get. Let's level off flying. Throttle down a bit. We're still getting the dip in, yes. But that's to be expected because the center of mass is center, and let's do a turn. Okay, so if you look at that, I'm just pulling up on the stick by here. Is that the SAS forces? I'm not sure. Whoa. That's one thing I've got to check out. Now you see I'm pulling up here. But now, rather than tilting us over on the other direction, it seems to be tilting us more center. I'm just pulling up on here. And rather than, you can see him tilted over here. Pull it up. And it's tilting us back in the correct direction. I think I do remember this configuration now. This is the configuration I was thinking about. The wings pointing upwards. That way it gives you stability in that it can auto-correct itself. Yes, the nose does dive down, we're still on this, but that's okay. We've got the SAS to control that. Okay, so we'll use that wings up design, but now let's try putting the wings top and bottom. But we'll do that with the wings straight. Meet you on the runway with a new configuration. I think that'll be Mark 9. This is Mark 8. Bye, Mark 8. Okay, so test number Mark 9 of the Wright Bros aircraft. Whatever we're gonna call it. I don't know. Anyway, here we are, taking off again. And you can see I've straightened out the wings. That was to get rid of the variable of the angled wings. So come on, take off. Yep. Engage SAS. Engage SAS. Yep, that's him. Disable torque. Gear in. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Let's do turn control with the SAS on. Throttle down because we don't need full throttle. Okay, so that seems pretty good. It's like the original design we had when the wings were lower. But if you think about it, the center of lift is actually a little higher now than the center of mass, as well as behind the center of mass. Let's go buzz the tower. Jebediah coming in. You're coming in too low. We buzzed the tower. Awesome. That's the first time I buzzed the tower in this game. Now that is a good design. Whoa. And that is not how you fly an aircraft. Alright, back to the drawing board. Let's try the wings underneath the aircraft and see what we get. Okay, as you can see, we've got the wings underneath the aircraft now. Obviously, add up the wheels back onto the wings because the wings would be in the way and that'd be too narrow a gap for stability while on the launch on the runway. Okay, come on, lift off! I think the wheels should be a bit forward a bit. Whoa. Oh my god, we hit one of the lamps. The landing lights. That's the very first time. I didn't know they were destructible individually. Oh, you learn something new every day, don't you? Anyway, let's go and try that again. Okay, so I've put the wheels a bit forward a bit, so we have the fulcrum, is it? I can't remember what you call it. We have the pressure on the wheels here, and the Now the pressure down on the ailerons will push back here, hopefully pivoting on that angle, putting the nose up, and we can take off. So let's go and try it out. Jebediah, you are an awesome pilot who keeps on coming back to life to retest this so other Kerbals do not have to die testing these designs that I create. So let's go ahead. Henceforth. Woo. Yeah, I keep on turning. Oh, that's me. Sorry, that's me. That's my fault. Let's try that again. I was trying to use the steering keys to turn him left a bit, because it appears that when you're on the runway, you appear to veer right a bit. It's as if you're not directly straight when you're on the runway. So anyway, let's try this again without steering, please. And I notice with this design, I'm heading straight on, so there won't be much lift with these. Although, okay, yes, we do have lift. Let's engage the SAS. Gear up. Throttle down, because we don't want to exceed 200 meters per second. We want to see how this now flies. Okay. For this one, no, we won't. Actually, let's start our turns. Okay, 45-degree angle turn. Slowing down. Okay, we're pretty good. So it doesn't appear to matter so much whether you have that higher or lower. It might, if we had the extreme where you could put the wings down here or the wings up, you know, at some imaginary point, if you had some weird shaped aircraft, then perhaps it would. But on the most part, it appears we can place them on the fuselage, either on the top or the bottom, but we'll have the wings angled upwards. So that's cool. That's cool to know. This works. This works. Let's see what happens when we toggle SAS off. Yes, we're bouncing a bit. I need an analog stick, I think. Yee. Master of aerodynamics now. Now let's see if we can build something a bit bigger, shall we? And I think I'll call this an episode. See you in the vehicle assembly building. Sorry, the spaceplane hangar. Okay, right, bros, Mark 11 worked fine. We do want the angled wings, the version though, so let's start a new one and start a larger aircraft. So that's the Mark 1 inline cockpit. Woo. Come on, you. Yeah, that's right. We want something a bit bigger though, don't we? I don't think a shuttle type one would do, would it? Could use the Mark 2 cockpit. Yeah, let's go with that. Something a bit cool. Alright, we need some fuel tanks. Mark 2 fuselage. Oh, that's rocket fuel. And that's liquid fuel. Okay, so that's our setup. Now let's have a look at the engines. We can put an adapter of 2 engines on here. We need... how many attachment points have we got on here? So we have 1 attachment point there. Got the turbo fan. We got the whiplash turbo ramjet. And we got the afterburner turbo. A performance engine with a variable geometry thrust. Now, okay, so... Right, let's go to the Tyrrell Fan Weasley engine. I'm not sure if that'll work on this design. I was hoping to put 2 on there. So, we need some air intakes. Let's put 2 on here, because that'll look cool. Now for this one we have to build the wings. And we have wing parts, I believe, in here. So let's place them like that. Where is... That's a small delta wing. No, that looked terrible. Big S delta wing. Big ass delta wing. Is there a medium version? A delta wing, there you go. So if you put him by here, all we have to do is fill in those gaps. Or... because the delta wing configuration seems to work quite well. Let's angle those up slightly. I don't know how much to angle them up by. So if we put them in between those wings like that, get rid of you guys. I like that. It's a sort of large delta wing bomber. Now those wings may be a bit too large. Let's see what we get from center of mass, center lift, because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, let's bring everything back a bit. Not too far, obviously. A bit further, I think, though. It's like a balancing act, isn't it? If you imagine it, if you're hanging this aircraft from a string, it would point downwards there. That's what you're exactly doing in mid-air. But then you're controlling everything with the ailerons. Okay, they're massive. Don't want to big ass ailerons. Okay, we've got those ones. Yeah, I think that'll look cool. You want to drop off the control at the end. I think. Oh yes, we have to angle everything. I was wondering why it wasn't looking good. And then we'll put normal ailerons over here. Okay, no, that doesn't work. But we'll put them over here. Then we'll select you. Twiddle you around. I like that design. I'm not sure what you guys think. Probably some of you are screaming at your monitors, no, not like that. Well, let's put some wheels on it and then take it out for a spin. Okay, so we've got the wheels on there. One last couple of things we have to do. Let's put a tail on there. What's this? Control surfaces. Main wings, nope. I'm trying to work out what aeroplane tail we need. It's a bit too big, obviously, for our design. Delta wings. Tail fin. Okay, that looks quite good. That's nice and neat. And there's a couple of things that I noticed. We had tail wings with winglets on them. So let's see if we got something small. How big are these R8s? They don't appear to attach to the tail wing, which is not good. But another thing I wanted to do was put a couple on the front here for extra control. I think they'll call them canards or something. And boom, 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 boom. How big is that? Oh, that's too massive for us. Winglet. Okay, let's see what else we got. Small delta winglet. Small delta wing. Canard. Is that the one we want? Okay, so I think that is going to have to do. So we'll call this. I have no idea what to call it. Let me do a quick search and we'll meet you on the launch pad for the good name. Well, I had a quick search for gods of flight or even of wind or sea and air, and I couldn't find a good one to use. So what I've decided to do is to call this the draft. Yes, this is going to be flyby. And it's going to be so quick, all you will get of it is a draft. So let's take it airborne. Engage the SAS. Disengage the torque of the capsule, because we don't need it. And let's see what we get from this. Now, perhaps we used too much fuel. Perhaps we should have an empty bay, or, you know, at some point we're going to have to build this. Perhaps we're going to have a cargo bay of some kind. But perhaps from this we get enough. Yes, we got enough lift. Get in this gear. And in fact, this takes off at relatively slow speeds. That must be given to the larger air wing area for its size. So let's see how this performs. The draft. Will it perform as per specifications for our space flight? Or will we have to relearn everything? Whoa. One thing we have to be careful of is not turning too fast, otherwise we'll stall the engine. And also we'll have to fiddle in faster jets and everything. Yes, I'm quite happy with this design. It's easy. This is awesome. If I knew aerodynamics was this easy, I would have done it yonks ago. And in fact, I think it was actually easier in the previous versions of KSP, as you didn't have proper aerodynamics. It's more of a... I think it was described as syrup. Flying in syrup. Anyway, let's go over to the island, see if we can land down over there as our great experiment. Let's disengage the SAS. Yeah, its nose does tilt down a bit, but that's okay, as expected. Well guys, what do you think of this? Anyway, Do you think we should continue on how we're going to engineer? This is the way I work things out. Test this, that, and this. Sometimes it can be a bit laborious that you're just adding that one little part and you keep on having the failures and you find it's something else completely different. Would you like more episodes like this? I'm not entirely sure. Well, I won't call it an episode. This is more of a just to mess around. So if you'd like more of this, let me know. And I can do a bit more experimenting and whatnot. You can see how I do things. And whatever else we can come up with. I was planning, perhaps I'll just test this out, get used to do all this flying, build a space plane, and then I'll go ahead and do a tutorial. Or we could build one together. So we're all on the journey, flying to the future, to a new space station. I think someone asked me to do a station or a base using an SSTO. Now an SSTO is going to be a bit different because fuel is going to be an issue, as we do not have, well, you need a rocket actually to go into space because there's no oxygen in space. You have to carry the oxygen with you. Hence why we do not use jet engines to get into space. Let's drop down our speed. Get our approach vector corrected. Use the radar as well. Whoa. Get out. I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh, we are gonna make it, but we don't think we're gonna land in time. Woo! We got too much lift on this. And we got too much speed coming in, so I'm gonna have to do a quick turn around here. Whoops, oh, clicking off screen then, losing control. Let's pretend we're on an emergency landing. Can we do it? Brakes, 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 brakes. No, no, no. Oh dear. Wait, buggered. Yes, as you can see, my experience with any aircraft or air requiring a vehicle is not that good. At least 2 parts survived. Is that counted as a success? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway guys, let me know if you want me to continue with videos like this, just experimenting, messing around and learning how to do things in the game. Perhaps we can learn together or something else like that. I don't know. I haven't got a good title. I'm just going to name this messing around with aircraft or learning with aircraft or something like that. Anyway guys, I'm Orbiter. Trust me, I'm an engineer.